All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast presented by Vizzy Hard Seltzer, the only hard seltzer with vitamin C and superfruit acerola. My name's Will DeFries. To my right, David Ruff.
As it's the only way I can enjoy hard seltzer.
Absolutely.
With acerola. Hey, as this podcast week comes to a close, I just want to thank everybody who made it possible. Will.
Thank you.
Randy. Brett's not in here. Brett's out there. But Brett, myself, and Dylan was here as well.
Come on, man.
But yeah, I mean, I think it was a pretty strong podcast week based on the metrics I'm looking at.
No, the metrics are good. I like good metrics.
Yeah.
Next level stuff.
Remember Metrex, the supplement brand? Felt like a late 90s bodybuilder. You're trying to get some gains.
I always thought it was Met RX, but your way sounds better, I think.
Yeah, it's easier to say.
Sure, yeah.
So wait, this entire time you've been living, you've just been saying Met RX?
Dude, what?
To be honest,
how much time have you wasted?
I don't go around talking about that brand too much, so it's not like, I messed it up. I just, in my head, that's how it sounded.
What's the protein powder you've been using lately?
You're thinking of my pre-workout, I think.
Yeah, what's your pre-workout you've been using lately?
The brand is Total War, and the flavor is Zombie Blood.
How's that going for you?
It hits. It works. Actually, I ran out of Zombie Blood. I'm back to sour gummy bear is the current flavor I'm using.
I'm still confused as to how zombies have blood, since I feel like it's like a.
Well, they use real zombie
Their old blood.
They use real.
They don't
zombie blood
regenerate new blood
for this pre-workout.
Have you put any of the zombie blood in like your sneakers or anything like that?
Yeah, I tried it.
We have a new sneaker coming out with Nike.
Circling blood. Circling. Hey, what other bodily fluids from zombies can you get for that pre-workout?
They have zombie urine flavor as well.
That's gross.
Keep going. Zombie spit.
They call it saliva, but yeah, obviously same thing.
Click, click.
And also zombie earwax flavor. It's not very good.
It's not really a fluid, but maybe it's in the same category. You know a lot about earwax. You're the ear guy.
It's more gelatinous.
What's anything else?
I can't think of anything else, Dave. What's on your mind, man?
I'm in the market for a new pre-workout.
I had a couple of little zombies last night at Chili's, though.
Really?
They were hitting.
Yeah, they were hitting. We had to teach the bartender how to make them. He had never heard of a little zombie, but now he does.
You'd never heard of a lot of things.
Also a martini.
More on that later. On that later.
Oh, good stuff, man.
God, we got the energy of like a fucking horse that's about to die right now.
Horny Dave wanted me to say like zombie semen. That's what he was going for there, but I wasn't gonna do it.
That sounds scary.
Are you
like
thinking
the
of a ship with just a bunch of zombies on it, just like
what's the ship?
Tying ropes and shit.
What's the Lake Michigan ship? The SS.
The Edmund Fitzgerald.
The SS Edmund Fitzgerald. Kennedy.
Just be careful what you say about the Edmund Fitzgerald, dude. You don't want people coming after you.
Did we upset like a family member or something?
No,
I don't remember that.
No, we didn't do that. It's just the Edmund Fitzgerald is held near and dear to our hearts as Michiganders.
Michigander?
That's what you call it.
I like that.
What would you think we were?
I just never thought about it really.
Little Michies?
I don't think about Michigan.
I like
too
little
much.
Michies.
No, I don't.
You think about Michigan all the time, dog.
Get out of here,
It's
dude.
the mitten state.
Well, Wisconsin is more.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's what people say from up there.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
They call it the murder mitten.
Michigan is very mitteny.
It's the mitten.
And mittens are tight.
Mittens are great. Dude.
Keep your fingers warm, man.
Ooh, you can just feel all of it in there. Do you like the ones with the little individual finger holes, or do you like the ones that are just like you can feel your fingers?
I like the finger holes because if you're just doing finger on finger, it gets too warm in there, man. It gets a little too toasty, in my opinion.
What is your problem?
What are you talking about? I'm talking about mittens. They didn't know shit about mittens, dude. Look at them. What an idiot.
Are you a mitten novice, dude? You can admit it. It's a safe space.
Dude, I have those North Face ones that have like I can scroll my iPhone or my iPad with it on. Dude. Yeah, because like dude, if I'm like I gotta take a call and I can't swipe because the mittens are made of
you can trade
thread.
I gotta trade stonks with this thing.
I gotta hop on the app that we'll promote later and
yeah.
Does your dad have a bunch of those just sitting around the house in Aspen?
Well, yeah, he actually worked for North Face. He was their CEO for a time.
Wow, it's pretty good.
Dude,
gig.
why'd he leave? Yeah,
he was asked to step down. Got a golden parachute. Pretty sick. Paid for my college. Got my master's afterward. Then I went back to law school.
Aren't you working for your dad now?
No, man. Actually, he's living in the Dominican Republic. He's got a cooking show.
More on that later too.
Yeah, it's just a lot of foreshadowing. Anyway, so
that's Frat Dave.
Yeah, this is kind of tired voice Frat Dave. Had a late night. Didn't drink at Chili's, but my baby got me up and I had heartburn because I ate a bunch of bullshit for dinner. I took a Pepsid at like 3 a.m. Finally hit at like 5. Got a couple more hours.
Wasn't your dad also like CFO at Chili's too?
Yeah, he was a CFO. He's actually CEO and CFO. He had like a double role.
Wow.
First guy in company history. Youngest CFO in company history also. Yeah. He was 35.
Dude, that's sick. Congrats to your dad.
It's very sick.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in 6 years, but
really? Wow.
Yeah, we
What
just
happened?
don't talk. I don't know. It's bought a bunch of NFTs with his money. I got a hold of his card. Do you guys do Top Shot?
Wow.
What is going on?
I got a Zion slam dunk. It's pretty sick. It's
Dunk
supposed to be
card. You got a
worth like
windmill card?
$150K. Might sell it by a boat.
Were you gonna try to get that Wu-Tang album from Skrelly or whatever?
Oh, the Skrells?
Yeah, Skrell Dog.
Man, dude, I texted him. He was like boning that journalist. He's like, all like, dude, I gotta lay low. I can't. I don't know what's gonna happen. I gotta hold on to this. Like, all right, man.
I don't know how to move on.
Yeah, I don't either. I have issues in relationships.
You should text the journalist.
Whatever happened to that?
I don't know. I think people realized how simpy she was, and they're like, "Yeah, I can't do this anymore."
It was a story for like 24 hours. Then everybody's like, "Man, it's kind of weird."
Yeah, it's like, dude, he doesn't like you. I hope he sees this.
Dude, he straight up curved her.
She went stage 5 on him.
Mm-hmm. Can't be.
I tried to tell him, man.
Martin Shkreli.
I was like, dude, this chick, you do not want to mess with her, man.
Is he buying NFTs from prison?
Can you?
I don't know.
I guess if you have internet
You just need
access,
internet.
which they have.
Working credit card.
I can see them taking his internet access away.
He's just doing too many trades.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't trust him.
They're like, dude, I know what you're doing. You're scheming something up over there.
Yeah.
Skrells. What did they call him? The pharma bro?
Yeah. He was our guy. What an asshole that guy.
That guy stinks.
There's people who still defend him. They're real hardcore capitalists. Like
free market people.
Yeah. Where do you stand on that, Dylan?
Yeah, where do you stand, dude?
They call you the laissez bear.
Do they?
He should just pull the ultimate flex and say that the Wu-Tang album was trash. All skips.
Dude, it's not even that good.
Yeah, dude, I skipped every song.
Just go listen to Liquid Swords.
So he's the only one that can listen to it?
He let the journalist girl listen to it. That was pretty cool of him.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
They did like the scene in The Office when Jim and Pam walk out together, and he's got his iPod, and they have the headphones, and she's like, "Oh, you got new music," and he like gives her a headphone, and they just sit there and listen to it together.
It's an Office reference.
What an asshole.
That's an
that
Office
guy
reference.
Who,
Dude.
Jim or
No.
Skrells?
No, Jim Halpert's a nice guy.
Is he?
Skrells,
Kind of a
though.
tool.
He kind of was like an asshole in The Office. I wouldn't want to work alongside Jim. I don't think.
Dude, yeah, he didn't have any friends. They had to invite their entire office to the wedding to like fill seats.
Big red flag.
Big red flag. He has like 3 friends. He invited a bunch of people that they hate. His arch enemy got invited, Dwight.
And he absolutely cucked Roy.
He
It's
did
not his
cuck
arch enemy, though. They're actually like really close,
him and Dwight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like all the antics around the office, I'd get pretty annoyed pretty quick there. I'd be like, hey, can I like actually get some work done and just get out of
The
here?
company's not doing well, dude. Like, can you not put my shit in Jello?
Yeah, you can, imagine
trying to make some
trying
deals.
to use your stapler after it was put in Jello. That'd be so annoying.
Throw it away.
If Jim put my fucking stapler in Jello on like one of my first days on the job, like I'm fighting him in the parking lot.
Are you?
Yeah, he's pretty tall though.
Dude,
He's
Roy would have
soft,
whipped
though.
his ass.
He's got an all-time noogie
Oh, yeah.
head though. I would love to give him a noogie.
Yeah, Roy would have worn that ass out.
Dude,
For
just taking him
sure.
out back and just
Yeah.
crumpled him. Like a folding chair.
Yeah.
Should we get to these programming notes so we can get into the meat of this episode and talk about Chili's last night, which is why we all sound dead?
I'm over here just
You
yawning.
should have gone to Arby's and gotten that big meat sandwich.
Dude, the Arby's next to my old place shut down.
That was a sad day. That was an Austin landmark.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to get in and out of that parking lot now that there's not a bunch of trucks just blocking the exit there.
That parking lot was a beating.
Dude, truck month is always at Arby's.
I saw Dylan there.
Yeah?
Oh, really? Where's this one going, Dave?
I just saw
What
you
was I
there.
doing? No, you didn't.
You were there in your Cummins diesel.
Come on, dude. I think I've had Arby's once in my life, actually.
It's
Actually,
good.
twice. One
Verified good.
One of them was in Ponte Vedra. They didn't bring us fries.
There's also no cheese on the
Oh
sandwiches.
my God, no! And they didn't bring us Arby's sauce.
Yeah, that was the biggest. That was the most devastating thing.
look,
Like, the tour treated us well there.
that was not on the tour.
Nah.
They just brought us meat sandwiches.
It's
They
just,
literally brought us meat.
how do you not give us Arby's sauce?
Well, they do.
That's the best part of Arby's is the
It's
sauce.
so good.
They do have the meats, though.
No, I mean that was made clear, but you got to
Right.
hit me with some horsey too. I'm gonna go suey with Arby's and the horsey.
Dude, it's not a bad move. It's not a bad move, Dave.
No, dude, it's honestly what makes it really good.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
It sounds like you might be,
No,
man.
dude,
and
I
it's
love
just-
it, dude.
Why are you coming at me like
I
this?
love it, dude.
You know I've got
Get
heartburn.
to the programming notes.
Dude, first and foremost, go follow Circling Back Pod and Wash Media on the Grom. Also, go leave a review and 5-star rating. We actually got some new reviews. Do you want to hear them?
Yes.
Only if they're
This
really
is from
positive
Backers
about
in
me.
STEM. Says, let me be the first to say that Circling Back is the official podcast of women in STEM.
Let's go.
I always love listening to the boys talk fun and easy banter, as it's the only way I can do science.
This is a redemption story about the women of STEM.
Is this a man in STEM or a lady?
It's a lady.
It's a lady. We also have our next one is from Steezy Griegs. She said that she's a 26-year-old woman in STEM, 5 stars, and just left a heart.
Dude, shouts to the
Ooh,
STEM
who's the heart
community.
for?
Probably all of
It
us.
hard to say.
Probably Randy.
We also have one from N Limbo 94, and she said we have the PhD approval.
She's a STEM person.
Yeah.
I still don't know
It
what
says-
that means.
Well, this is
PhD
actually
in STEMology.
sorry, this is a guy. He says as a 27-year-old
okay.
male with a PhD in STEM working at NASA.
Okay.
I think this podcast is great.
Okay, sir.
We also have Courtney, who's a STEM girl 2.0, that says, I am a woman in STEM, 21 years old, and I go to an Ivy League. Probably the only listener in this demographic.
Okay, that's presumptuous.
the STEM community is very
Which Ivy League?
Dude, they're
very,
showing out
very
for it.
pompous.
What do you go to Dartmouth?
That'd be
Dartmouth?
sick. Yeah, they can't even say it right.
Dartmouth.
Oh, I go to Dartmouth.
Is Dartmouth even Ivy? It is,
Yeah,
right?
dude, of course, dog. Do you want the last one?
I got
one's
into
not-
Yale.
Only if it's a STEM.
This one's actually not from someone in STEM, but it is from the real Fred Durst, which I have to think is actually Fred Durst. It says, my wife and I will likely have a child within the next year. We're in Charleston on a friend's trip. I blacked out.
Nice.
She made a comment about the fact that we're, quote, actively trying to have kids now, and I immediately yelled out, ovulation, no breeding. And everyone at the table looked at me like I'm a psycho. This is because of all of you.
It's pretty good. It's
welcome.
pretty impressive blacked out to have the
Ovulation.
wherewithal.
No breeding.
Sounds like will be breeding if there is ovulation. That's how it works.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Right.
You could have done were breeding. I get it though.
That's good. Yeah, that
Can
would
I-
work too.
Ovulation, no condoms.
Dude, chill, dog.
Oh,
This is
Randy.
way too early for that. It's
I'm trying to think procreation.
not even lunchtime,
Randy, put
dude.
the pen down.
Put the
Hey,
pen down.
No,
Can I issue an edict, or can I ask for some help? I know, Will, you're gonna hate this, but on Too Much Dip, we haven't had like a review in like a month. Can y'all go leave Too Much Dip? First of all, listen, subscribe. Can you leave it some reviews? I want to read some, and I went to look for next week, and there's not any recent ones.
I'm
and
going
it
to
made me
piggyback
sad.
on this. Scaries has gotten like not that many reviews lately, and I'm dangerously close to 2,000 ratings, and I just really want 2,000 ratings. I don't think that's crazy to ask for.
I'll make a promise.
Let me drop a note too.
Drop the note.
Mail-in editorial dropping today.
Oh, is it?
Check it out.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Go to the website. Check it out. It'll be there.
Have you even started it?
Yeah.
How have you been typing? Like, what's your method of typing the keys?
I'm still hunting and packing. See, look, there it is, right there.
Has your typing gotten better or worse since you started doing this?
Same.
You're the worst to ever do it.
I am.
Typing is
People
the
say
it.
that.
That's fair. That's a fair thing to say to me.
I'm gonna do in this initiative. If you review every Wash Media pod, that's Brunch, Scaries,
Mm-hmm.
Club Cool, Circling Back,
Mail-in.
Mail In, Too Much Dip. Is that all of them?
It's hard to say at this point.
There's just a million pods in the netty.
The netty's getting big. If you review all of them and you email me, Dave@washmedia.com, and you prove it, Timestamps
not
and
David
everything.
at washmedia.com.
Right, Dave.
What are you going to do in return, Dave?
I will respond to your email.
Can they ask like an advice question and then you give the advice? They get the gift of knowledge.
You know what? I will respond. I will send you a personalized video for your
big.
eyes only and your friends.
This is huge.
Look, I don't do this for anybody. And this offer is only limited to the first 10 people who do it.
I like that.
Because that would just be a ton of work. And I'm not that funny. I don't like talking into the camera. It makes me self-conscious.
You stink, baby. You don't actually stink.
No, you can say it. It's fine.
Yeah.
If you're going to do that, also go over to Patreon. Check out the Worst Of on Tuesdays lately. Worst Of at washmedia.com if you have a story, or go to washmedia.com and fill out the form. I will say, got some funny ones yesterday. Very excited.
Love
Very
funny ones.
excited. And then voicemails Friday. We're recording them tomorrow. 888-618-4422. Again, 888-618-4422. Let's talk about our friends over at Liquid IV real quick. Did I have a Liquid IV this morning because I felt dehydrated after last night at Chili's? The answer is yes.
Do I have
Which
Liquid
one did
IV?
you go with?
I went with the orange. I went with the orange flavor that has the little immune booster.
I noticed you had a little pep in your step.
Do I have Liquid IV in my Yeti right this second? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Is that because you drank heavily last night?
Ask me what flavor.
What flavor?
Passion fruit, bitch. Which you
Wow.
don't give enough credit to passion fruit.
I do too.
Me and Drake, big passion fruit guys.
Hey, I was a little late this morning, but I wasn't the guy who was late. I was the guy who brought Liquid IV to the office for everyone to enjoy.
I could use one right now.
Wow, the gift of Liquid IV.
When we push our body hard or we're just feeling run down, it's extremely important to take care of ourselves with the proper vitamins and nutrients, and that's why Liquid IV created Hydration Multiplier Plus Immune Support to maintain and strengthen your immune system. I'll be honest, when I said that I had that one earlier, I didn't even know that was in the ad copy for this because I just love it so much. It's my go-to flavor.
Is it tangerine?
Yeah.
You said orange.
Aren't they like kind of like cousins?
They're cousins, yeah.
That's pretty chill.
The color is
They're like
orange,
kissing
right?
cousins.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the, I don't know if
Yes,
that's the case.
what you do in your private time is your business, Dylan.
Oh, come on, man.
I've been doing it first thing in the morning. Sometimes I do it mid-workout. I just get crazy with it. I'm loco. I can't be stopped.
Dang,
It's a
dude.
cutting-edge blend of vitamin C, zinc, and Wellmune. You guys ever heard of Wellmune? And it's in a convenient single-serving packet to help strengthen your immune system. Vitamin C is well known to help protect your body and support good health. Zinc, the second most abundant trace mineral in your body, supports immune cell health and function. And Wellmune is a naturally sourced beta-glucan. Beta-glucan. It's proven to help strengthen your immune system, and each packet is bursting with fresh, natural tangerine flavors, and it tastes so good. It can provide 2 to 3 times more hydration than just water alone. And of course, it has their CTT, cellular transport technology.
Who could forget?
It couldn't be me. It's got the optimal ratio of glucose, sodium, and potassium that delivers water and key nutrients into the bloodstream faster. That's sick. You guys want to know how you can get this might be the best deal we have.
Wow.
Get your Liquid IV's Hydration Multiplier Plus Immune Support in bulk at Costco, or you can order online and get 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code CirclingBack at checkout. That's 25% off anything you order you can get better hydration today using promo code CirclingBack at liquidiv.com.
Or you can just come by the office. We'll give you some. We got time.
Yeah, we got an absolute shit
Please
ton.
don't come by the office.
If you're a guest of this show, I will give you a packet of Liquid IV.
That's big of you. A single serving or like a packet?
Single serving.
Cool.
Bay is a big Liquid IV fan.
Really?
Yeah, she brought some to Cabo. She just coincidentally just loves Liquid IV.
It's good stuff, man.
I was like, wow, you too.
I bring it on vacation all the time. I don't like having to urinate at airports, so I drink a Liquid IV and I have less fluid in my system.
You know what makes me sad is when I'm at Costco and I see like the nice display of Liquid IV, and I'm like, I'd love to buy some of that, but I've got like a ton at home.
Mm-hmm. Very convenient problem to have.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
You've been staying
Not everyone-
hydrated lately. I'm proud of you.
Not everyone has the same perks that you do, dude. So
You literally do, though, so I don't know if you should be talking.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Can we talk about Randy's 1-year anniversary dinner?
I don't
buddy.
really think we need to.
We got Randy's mic up, so if he wants to chime in at all. We did something that Brett's never done before, which is go to Chili's. Were you guys surprised to learn that Brett's never been to Chili's?
He's kind of bougie, so no.
But he's bougie.
Do they even have Chili's up there?
You think when he was in
York?
Denver working for the Broncos, like
Dude, it
somebody
screams Chili's.
Yeah,
right?
like the coaches or the scouts, like, hey, Merriman, let's go to the Chili's and drink
He's
heavily.
never hit at Chili's too at the airport.
That's a good point.
You know?
Well, you know, Brett's never flown.
Oh, that's right. He's scared.
He walks
He's like
everywhere.
John Madden. You know,
He's
John
got a
Madden
bus.
Never flew.
Really?
Took a bus everywhere. Yeah.
The Madden bus.
That's why?
Everybody knows that, dude.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Apparently. Well, now everyone does because I know now, and I didn't know that before.
That's actually where Girls Gone Wild came from, the Madden bus. That's where it originated.
I don't think that's accurate.
Girls Gone Wild.
Girls Gone. A second Office reference.
Girls Gone Wild. Randy,
how was your dinner, Randy?
Randy, yeah. How did you settle on Chili's?
I like Chili's.
I like turtles.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I think Texas Roadhouse is a little too north for you guys. Made you guys come up a little bit, so I decided to go Chili's.
We could have done TRH, dude.
I could not. I have a peanut allergy.
Oh, okay.
Best barbecue in Texas.
Really? You're gonna die on that hill?
He's gonna die.
Dude, I did something last night at the dinner. I was the first person to ever order a dirty martini at Chili's at that location.
Dude, it was crazy because it didn't even come with a lime.
Dude, so I don't want to totally expose our waitress, but to be honest, she wasn't that great of a waitress, and she clearly,
No, she wasn't. It wasn't even that. She was
the
awful.
worst to ever do it.
I'm not kidding, and I hope that our good friends at Chili's aren't listening, but I felt bad for Randy because it was his 1 year, and for Brett because it was his first time. I was like, the service is normally not this bad, and it was not crowded. There was like 4 tables in there.
There was a scenario where I could drink like 5 beers at that dinner, and they just didn't give us the opportunity to do so.
Probably did you a favor.
Even if that place was just jam-packed full of people, if she had like 10 tables she was working, I still would have said her service was slow and below
Slow
par.
but understandable.
Right.
But it was empty.
But
This was
considering there were like 3 or 4 total tables in the whole place that were occupied, and there was more than one waiter working. It took me 30 minutes to get a beer when we sat down.
I have a little thing I'd like to talk about that Chili's is doing. A lot of restaurants in the age of COVID-19, there's an ongoing global pandemic, right?
Sure.
Except for here in Texas, where we're open for business, baby. So they've gotten rid of menus so that you get your phone and you open your camera and you scan the little thing and it brings up a menu you look at on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the restaurants in Austin are still doing it. And you know what? I don't mind it. But Chili's gives you a half menu that has like their specials.
That we had to ask for because they didn't tell us what was going on. There was no
Damn, we're just
barcode to scan.
exposing
There was no
Chili's right now.
We were like, so what's the food
So
situation?
they gave us this menu that has like 3 or 4 items on it, none of which you're going to order because one of them's like the salmon. No one's getting salmon there. I bet it's fine.
I like the salmon.
And
Chet said salmon's out though.
is it really? Oh yeah,
That's what he
WBS.
said. Was he talking about the clothing color, or was he talking about the protein?
He's switched completely to tuna, ahi tuna.
That's big.
It's ahi tuna summer.
Maybe he's worried about his mercury levels.
So at the end of the day, it's like they give you a partial menu that you're having to touch and other people have touched, and you're having to do the phone thing. It's like just give us the full menu.
There's a thing on the corner that says for the full menu, scan here. Like what?
Yeah, you have to scan the
point of
partial menu. It's like, what's the point? I'm already touching this one thing. Like, just
The user interface when you actually scan the menu and bring it up on your phone is also leaves a little bit to be
The
desired.
worst to ever do it.
The worst to ever do it.
Like seriously.
it is the least user friendly menu I've ever seen.
Can we go back to the martini real quick?
Yeah, I got sidetracked.
No, it's okay. It is a kind of a
Hey,
impromptu steam room.
give me credit for calling it too. When you ordered that, I was like, well, he doesn't know how to make a martini. I promise.
No,
you.
and so I thought that I might have been the first person in a while to do it because the waitress seemed a little rattled, and then the bartender came out after I finished my martini to ask me how it was.
Yeah.
And
I love that dude.
he was the best. He was the best. Like
That's the guy who cared about his craft.
Yeah, he wanted to show me that he knew how to do it. And he asked me if I had any edits for it, and I felt bad not giving him some edits for it. So I told him I was like a little less vermouth next time, and I think it's perfect.
He respected your honesty.
Yeah, I had to give it to him straight because I could tell he was a straight shooter as well.
He wanted to know where he could improve, man. Like that's the kind of guy you want working.
He had to Google how to make a martini,
I want him on my team.
which is fine.
I want him on my team. TGI Fridays doesn't treat you like that though because they know how to make everything because they have the World Bartending Championships.
I still have video from that on my phone. We should post.
We should.
Hey,
we should meme it.
You need to talk about the lime.
Yeah, when the waitress brought me my martini, she set it down and said, "Sorry, I asked for a lime for this, but he said that doesn't go with a martini."
Is there a
Right.
scenario where there is a martini that has a twist?
A
of
Mexican
lime?
martini. I could maybe see. I mean, this was a dirty martini.
Like
so
an
you
El
wouldn't want a lime.
Martini?
A twist does mean like it has lemon something in it, right?
Yeah, martinis do come with twists, but I'm not a twist boy.
A twist.
Do the twist. Twist. Randy, what'd you order last night? What'd you go with?
I went with the ribs. The ribs and French
Dude.
fries and coleslaw, which the coleslaw apparently was just corn, so that was great.
It was corn slaw.
It was just
It was
corn on the cob.
Dude, our side of the table was just straight up ribbed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were the
And
meat side.
they were good.
We were the big boys looking to bulk.
Yeah. 'Tis the season.
They were buffalo chicken side.
What?
You and Brett both got buffalo chicken.
Yeah, I did something like absolutely loco that no one else is doing. And after we ate the triple dipper that also had boneless wings, I ordered more boneless wings because they were so fire. And guess what? I had really bad heartburn last night, to the surprise of no one.
I will say, we asked for 2 triple dippers, and we didn't tell her what we wanted. We let her just do like a proprietary.
No, that's because she asked us, or she's made a comment about what we want on the triple dipper, and because no one can understand her.
Oh, yeah, she was a
just
low
mumbled
talker.
and whispered at the same time.
She was a low talker for sure.
We just like,
But in her defense, she crushed it because those were good triple Ds.
That she did do a good
I
job.
wanted more egg rolls.
We didn't. We could have if I would have had it my way and I could have done one substitute. I would have maybe taken out the sliders, and instead just had more egg rolls.
Because I didn't get an egg roll.
But what was cool
I
about
did,
the
that's
egg roll
weird.
is that it was so hot that I
You
had
know.
to spit some of it out, and it got on my thumb, and it kind of hurt my thumb. 'Cause
Spit on
so
it,
hot.
Bay.
I would have made one edit to that too. If there's 5 people at the place, you should probably bring out 5 plates, not 3.
Yeah,
that's
that'd be
fair.
a
It's
good
an
call.
oversight. I just let Dylan eat it off of my naked body.
Yeah. Which
Really?
is fine.
Was I in
the
It was-
bathroom when that happened?
It was a quadruple dipper.
Randy, what were you sipping on last night?
The El Presidente. I almost muscle memory did almost order the El Glizadente.
That would have been tight if they would have had little
Very-
shakers that said El Glizadente on it.
Very cool, Randy. Very
Dave
cool.
did when Dylan went to the bathroom at one point, and Dave asked the waitress for a children's menu, hoping that there was a hot dog on it because he was going to punk you like
That's
Ashton
why y'all
Kutcher.
were snickering when I got back, huh?
No, we were just talking about you.
No, we were watching Snick.
Snick at night?
Dude, Snick was the shit.
Can't believe Dylan even knows what that is.
That's really impressive,
I don't.
honestly. You deserve
You
credit.
don't know what Snick is?
Uh-uh.
Snick was the bomb, dude. It was every Saturday night on Nickelodeon. They had Snick.
Are You Afraid of the Dark, among other shows?
Roundhouse. Do you remember Roundhouse?
Things of that nature.
Very cool.
It ran until 2005.
Yeah.
Snick was going off, dude. There were some good Snick lineups that I've looked at actually recently on their Wikipedia page.
I tried to name my son Snickolas, but my wife wouldn't let me.
She didn't go with that.
No. Randy, tell him about the other drink, the Jackberry.
Oh, the Jackberry margarita. Blackberry, Jack Daniels. What was it? The Jimador Patron.
It's probably Hamador,
El
but
Jimador.
I think it.
El Jimador.
I like El Jimador.
Yeah.
it's weird. So the manager like pulls out his Blackberry and like stirs the drink
I
with
know.
it.
I find that weird, too.
Yeah, it's like, what?
It was a good dinner.
I had a really
we
good
actually
time.
got to eat it.
I feel like shit afterwards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, I
it-
feel terrible.
it-
I had
it-
3 drinks last night, and I feel absolutely awful, and I think it's from the food.
Legitimately drank water the entire night. I felt this morning I woke up and I was like, did I drink heavily?
Was that vodka?
Did nobody tell me? Did somebody sneak me a?
You did get a sick fit pick off in front of Chili's, though. You were looking hella thin in that. Like
I know.
lean muscle.
You had
Oh,
to
Your
thank
tuck it
arms
in.
are perfectly tiny.
Well, thin is in.
Yeah. Great arm day for you.
perfectly tiny.
My legs do look. I look taller in that because my legs look so thin. To be clear, I'm not that tall. I'm flirting with 5'10".
I face tuned it and gave you a 38-inch inseam.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That
You're gonna
baseball
say
game
something
was
else.
pretty tight though that they had up there.
Yeah, it was cool that the only TV that Randy had a good view of was Frozen during the 4th inning the entire time.
Dude, it's
Frozen,
that game.
that's a
It's
good
still
movie.
4-2. 2 runners on. Plays at third.
Oh, I'm glad we went to Chili's, though. Shouts to my wife for picking me up and dropping me off. That was big of her.
That might be my last Chili's experience.
It's not my last ever, but it's definitely my last for 2021. I don't need any more Chili's for a little bit. I'm good.
I just feel like shit. I just
Well,
feel bad
dude,
about myself.
So
my
here's what we
decisions.
ate. Here's what I ate, and I think it's fairly similar to what you ate.
We ate the exact
Chips and salsa. Now I did eat way more salsa than anyone. I love their salsa.
The second you went to the bathroom and washed your hands, the salsa, it was over for that salsa. I looked at the container because you and I were sharing, and like it went from being 2/3 full to being completely empty.
2/3 the salsa. Southwestern egg roll. You should have had one, Dylan. They were great.
Dude, they were good.
I heard.
boneless wing, one of those little awesome blossom petals, just one. What else? Oh, half rack of ribs, corn on the cob, and a handful of fries. And it's amazing that I woke up with just the worst reflux I've had in years.
The waitress also did this thing that it really annoys me.
Okay.
I feel like we're just going in on her, but
You kind of are.
She kind of deserves it.
I'm trying to sing her praises a little bit
Like,
to not make her feel bad. But
she does this thing where instead of remembering who ordered what drink, she'll just bring them all to the same spot at the table and hold it over my shoulder and expect me to pass it out to whoever ordered it. Like,
well, is this the
I
only
don't
way
mind-
she can
to be
serve
why
a
don't you
drink?
just walk around the
to
table?
be
and
honest,
hand
I
it
don't mind when waiters and waitresses do that. Like,
for some reason,
Is
like,
it because your
it
big ass
really-
head almost knocked it over?
Like, don't make me your middleman. Just bring it to the guy.
You want to
sitting
get
3
cut
feet
out
from me.
You're the only middleman asking to get
Yes,
cut
I
out.
want to. I don't want to be a middleman. Just bring it. This guy ordered the martini. Hand it to him.
I don't want to be your
I want
middleman
to pass it to him.
no more.
I don't know why that.
I thought you were going Foo Fighters.
That's a good one too. Don't wanna be your middleman.
And
Foo
then that
Fighters
dickhead a
suck.
few tables over who was.
No, dude.
They're so bad.
No, dude. They had their time.
Hey, remember that dickhead at the other table who was cash splaining?
He was explaining to the waitress how to properly give cash back when she's giving it change.
That guy was a
What a
dick.
jerk.
Yeah, that guy was being mean. He almost looked like Brett, but if Brett like made a lot of bad decisions in life.
Like, dude, you're at Chili's. Like, let's calm down.
Let me say this: we have complained quite a bit about Chili's. We were nice to the waiter or waitress.
We tipped well.
We tipped very well, and therefore I think we're allowed to do this.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't mansplain tipping to or cash to the waitress.
Mm-hmm. They also ran out of some beers while we were ordering them, and I think they brought me a nice giant free beer. I appreciated that.
Oh yeah,
Very big of them.
good for you.
Yeah.
Brought me ice cream.
Yeah, you also got some ice cream with the hard
yeah.
shell on the top, Randy. Aren't you a big hard shell guy?
Was that the molten lava?
No, it was the hard shell, as Will just said. I still don't understand. She said it was like free. Why was it free?
Because
we told her early on that it was your birthday,
Oh, okay.
and it was just easier to explain than saying that you worked at the company for.
She was like, "How do you guys make money? Wait, what do you guys do? You like radio?" No. It's his birthday.
Is it a hobby for you guys or?
So you have like another
yeah.
job.
So like, what else do you do?
Are you a real estate professional on the side? I saw you on LinkedIn recently.
Then we went. Me and Brett went to Zanzibar, which you guys all backed out of.
I have a child at home. He
I have
needed
a
me to be
child at
there.
home as well.
Had to raise him.
I had to go see Bay.
Wow, fucking stunt.
That's you have the worst excuse. To be honest, you
No,
have the
you're
worst
right.
excuse.
You're right. But I was down bad after that meal, honestly.
I
Were
was
you too
too,
down
and
bad?
me drinking a 22-ounce amber ale on top of it after, just because it was free, was probably not the move.
Whoa, amber is the color of the ale you ordered.
I hate what you just did.
Whoa,
I like it.
it's pretty good, Dylan. Yeah,
That was good.
Hey, did you continue drinking when you saw Bay, or were you just like, I got all sorts of
Yeah, you got hungover,
bad
boys,
food
dog.
in me?
I had a half a glass of cab when I got back. A half a glass. Just a little sipper.
Did you pour half a glass, or did you leave the half glass sitting on the coffee table?
No.
And then you had to throw it out this morning.
That's
Bay,
always
Bay offered
depressing.
me some wine because she was having a glass herself, and I said I want half a glass exactly.
What vintage was it?
I don't recall.
Was
You
it
don't recall your
Camus?
vintage, dude?
Was it the Camus?
Is that some kind of like cum joke?
No.
Are you not familiar with Camus?
great
No, I'm
wine.
totally familiar with
What's your
Camus.
Okay.
problem, dude? It's a good wine.
We weren't drinking
Wow.
Camus last night, okay?
High society Dylan over
No
wish
one's,
here.
I
drink-
could afford
no one's
Camus.
drinking Camus on a Tuesday night.
Someone drank Camus last night.
Nobody.
That's the most small baller thing I've ever heard you say.
You don't
I'm a
even
small
big,
baller,
you,
dude.
you have not ever
You're
big balls.
such a small baller.
I know, it's true.
I wish I could afford that shit. I just like how the bottle looks.
It's a really dope bottle.
They crush their labeling.
Bottle's fine. It's nothing special.
What's the wine, Scout and Cellar?
I don't
Sure,
know.
dude.
Do I look like a
Somebody
what
sent
kind
me
of broke
some.
boy shit are you drinking?
Somebody sent me some, and it was actually pretty good. So I just want to say it was like the service or something.
Remember
I don't know.
that
I don't know,
backer-
man.
That backer who
Dude.
sent us their homemade wine.
Dude, that stuff was
Oh my
that was
gosh.
legit
Trey-
incredible wine.
Trey Fratelli.
I messaged him and I said I want to buy some from you. He goes, we don't sell it. I'll
We'll
just
sell
send you
it,
some."
dog.
And I said I refuse to take any more for free. I refuse.
No, dude, it's amazing.
I know.
I loved it. I wish they sold it so that we could just like pump this stuff.
If you told me like a blind taste test, it was like $100 bottle off the shelf, I would believe it.
Let me
It's
say
that good.
this. I will accept more free wine. So hit me up.
That stuff was good.
Oh, okay.
If you send me free wine from your family's vineyard, I will send you a video. 5 seconds of me
you put a
talking
lot
into
of
the
value
camera.
on these personal.
It's an
videos.
NFT, Dylan. It is future blockchain.
What does
Decentralized
NFT
video.
stand for?
Not frat. Something.
Not frat Tad. He was the dude that wasn't in the frat, but went to every party.
Yeah.
He's boys with like one of the cooler guys. They let him hang around.
Randy, how would you rate your 1 year anniversary dinner that came 1 year and 2 weeks after your anniversary?
It was 1 year and 2 weeks. I would give it a solid. We're going on a scale of 10.
And do you regret picking Chili's too? Add that. Answer.
I regret picking that Chili's.
Yeah.
See, this helps us because if Randy is bitching about the service too, then it's not just us being D-heads.
The worst to ever do it.
I mean, Randy, he's Randy. He's
Well,
Midwest Randy.
When I flagged on the waitress and said, "Hey, can we order our food?" and then she's like, "Yeah," and then came back 10 minutes later.
Well, saying yes and then coming back 10 minutes later was a unique move.
It's understandable since she had 0 other tables to look after. So,
My wife was real stoked when I did 3 hours at Chili's.
And we had food for about 30 minutes of it.
Hey, you should have had more chips and salsa. It's very good.
I would give it a 6.2.
that's pretty high.
How was Zanzibar?
Zanzibar was good. It was good. I'd give that about an 8.2.
Ooh.
No one's
8.4.
talking about it, but Randy, we went party Randy last night. Randy had the going out shirt on.
Yeah.
He did.
It was almost like the shirt we almost bought Brett at the Nord
The
or whatever the
martini glass
mall
one?
in North Park Mall in Dallas.
That was a good shirt.
We should have done that.
Randy had his "I'm not going home alone tonight" shirt on.
Yeah. Did you go
know
home
what I'm
alone
saying?
last night, Randy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever, dude.
But it was a perfect night for a rooftop bar.
Well,
There's a scenario where I made it out, but it wasn't going to happen last
I'm
night.
glad you had fun, Randy.
Did you have
Those
fun?
margaritas were delicious.
I did have fun.
I
had
kind of
fun.
regret not getting an El Presidente, if I'm being honest.
They weren't that good.
Okay.
I had a sip of Brett's.
Okay. Oh,
Please don't do that.
I'll be honest. I am infatuated with the bartender because
the grind boy?
that dude, I love what he did. Like, he was like, whoa, martini. I don't really make those often, if ever.
He was the best to ever do it.
So I'm going to look it up. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to walk over to the guy and be like, hey, man, how'd I do?
No, yeah, I appreciated that.
I wish I would have stood up and just shook his hand.
It's a savvy move.
I tried to stand
Good
up and
martinis,
kiss
sir.
him right on the mouth, but he was like, oh, dude,
COVID.
Yeah, I saw you try that.
it's an Italian thing. You wouldn't get it.
Oh, what a night. No, let's just talk stamps.com instead. I think that's the move because let's face it, taking trips to the post office is probably not how you want to spend your time, and that's why I recommend mailing and shipping online at stamps.com. Stamps.com allows you to mail and ship anytime, anywhere, right from your computer. You can send letters, ship packages, and pay a lot less with discounted rates from USPS, UPS, and more. Stamps.com has saved businesses thousands of hours and tons of money. And with Stamps.com, you get services of the post office and UPS all in one place, plus big discounts on mailing and shipping rates. You guys aware of this company?
You're not going to catch me back in the post office. Not as long as stamps.com is here.
No. There's a lot of people out there that, like, they took COVID and they decided to better themselves. I don't think anyone in this room did that. I think everyone got a little more trash in this room. But a lot of people had, like, side hustles and stuff. And if you're trying to, like, ship stuff or do, like, anything small business-wise or large business, because they do large scale, Stamps.com is the move.
Everybody's got to ship something at some point. Got to. You're going to be purchasing postage, all right?
Yeah.
Use stamps.
This has been huge in my side business. I'm flipping timeshares.
Really?
Which, by the way, Dylan, I need to talk to you after this pod.
He's got a very good opportunity for you.
Thank you for approaching me.
I think
about
you'll be very interested.
this. Okay.
You can use any computer to print official U.S. postage 24/7 for any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere you want to send it. And once it's ready, just schedule the pickup or drop it off. It's that simple.
It's so easy.
It's the easiest.
We've been using stamps.com for 3 or 4 years, maybe
Dude,
longer.
Without Stamps.com, I wasn't sending out my first, like, scary shirts. I was on my grind back then. just trying to
Arguably
get 'em
not
out.
working here.
Yeah. It's beautiful. With Stamps.com, you also get discounts up to 40% off the post office rates and up to 62% off UPS rates. 62%.
Sheesh.
That's over half off, dog.
Yeah. Good math there.
Thank you.
It's pretty good.
It's a no-brainer. Saves you time and money. It's no wonder nearly 1 million small businesses already use Stamps.com. Stop wasting time and going to the post office and go to Stamps.com instead. There's no risk, and with our promo code Circling Back, you get a special offer. And this offer is really, really good. I'm not just saying that. It's a really good offer. That includes a 4-week trial plus free postage. Yes, I said free postage and a digital scale, no long-term commitment or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in Circling Back. That's Stamps.com, promo code Circling Back. Stamps.com, never go to the post office again.
Boom.
Dude, we got some big news coming out of the Caribbean. There's this Italian mafia fugitive, and he was caught in the Dominican Republic
How did he get caught?
because he was doing a YouTube cooking show, which is the cockiest move ever for a retired mobster.
You know, you got to think when you're a fugitive that you should like lay low a little bit and not start a YouTube channel.
The Lay Low, great bar in Houston.
Was he doing numbers? Apparently enough to tip off someone.
It says whoever wrote this was just clearly like they thought they crushed the first line of this article. It says Stanley Tucci's not the only one with a popular Italian cooking show, it would seem. Got him! Have you guys been watching that Stanley Tucci show at all?
Who's Stanley Tucci?
He's a dude from Devil Wears Prada that everyone just loves. He's bald.
Oh, with the thick glasses.
Yeah,
that
he's
guy?
a thick glasses boy.
Yeah.
His show, you would actually love it, dude, because you've been to Italy.
Oh yeah, dude. I summer there.
Yeah, Dave, you used to live in Italy.
Yeah, I did live there for a time.
It's a good show. If anyone has any way to watch it without the 100 commercials during it, I would be more than open to doing that. So just let me know. But it says a mafia fugitive has been arrested in the Dominican Republic after inadvertently tipping off police with his culinary hobby. After 7 years on the run, Mark Farron Claude Biart was tracked down through a YouTube cooking channel he started with his wife, the Italian police said in a statement.
Oh, that's cute.
This is so cocky.
It says the alleged gangster's love of Italian cuisine and tattoo ink made his arrest possible.
This is a meat cute. Because they're cooking meat. It's cute.
You think they had any gabagool?
Think it's cute to arrest mafiosos?
It's not cute to do that, but to have a cooking show with your wife on the internet.
Hey, gabagool.
Oh! Do you think when they stormed into his place in the DR, he was just, what are we doing here? Hey!
She starts spitting on the floor.
Hey, I'm walking in.
Hey, get out of here. Hey,
Fucking no,
what are
buddy.
you doing?
I don't know what you're talking about. He's from Italy. He doesn't talk like that, but
Oh. What?
me, the cooking show guy.
Hey!
He's not Mario, dude.
Oh, what? I can't even put on the internet.
Oh. You watch that overseas. I don't get it.
Oh.
What if he didn't know how the internet worked and he thought it was only that was only visible in the
He
Dominican
thought
Republic?
YouTube meant it was only for
Yeah,
you.
he
Or
thought
he
it was a
forgot to make
local
it
channel.
private.
It's like, oh shit! Like that was just supposed to be a private link. I was supposed to send to my boy.
Whatever you do, please subscribe and leave a review.
Dude,
It's me.
If you like what you saw.
Shout out to the Lieutenant Colonel Massimiliano Galasso.
Great.
That's a fucking name.
Massimiliano Galasso.
That is a fantastic
Holy
name.
shit.
It said, alerted by his wife's YouTube activity and alarmed by the knowledge that the fugitive had previously worked at a restaurant in Italy, Galasso said police discovered the cooking videos and realized they had their man. He probably thought he was like, oh, honey, like this bolognese that we just did, like the views on this video are going off right now. A lot of people in Italy are really liking this video.
I'm still stuck on Massimiliano Galasso. Holy shit.
I heard they were taking him to the van or like the police car to arrest him.
6.
And he was just going, what?
6-syllable first name.
You don't see that.
Massimiliano. Damn.
I told you I'm really good at counting syllables in my head.
When they were taking
That is
him
a
to
fun
the van
fact.
and he was like handcuffed, apparently he was just like, hey, like and subscribe. Oh.
I mean, no PR is bad PR, right? Isn't that what they say?
Is this available to subscribe to or at least watch? Because I would definitely watch some of this.
I would love to. Yeah, they don't link the thing in here anywhere. Like, I want to see this cooking show.
Where he messed up was not covering his tats. She could have been wearing a shooting sleeve on each arm.
Well, it's tough when you cook, though, because you got to roll up the sleeves a little bit, you know? You don't want to get any pasta
You got to
sauce.
toss that dough up there, Dad.
I bet
you
this
know?
guy's got dope tats. I'll just say it.
Hard to say.
It's a me. Massimiliano.
Lieutenant Colonel. Put some respect on his name.
Sorry.
Massimiliano Galasso.
That is a strong name.
He was known to locals as simply Mark. Hey, what was the video yesterday? And Mark.
Mark.
Oh, my God.
That was such a good video.
I'm rocking with Mark.
How's that not blown up yet?
I don't know. I mean, maybe it has. We're just old.
And we're
It
just
was
late to
probably
it.
from a couple weeks ago.
It was definitely like a Vine.
And Mark.
He's rocking with us.
Shouts to Mark. It's kind of bullshit. They don't. Ooh, maybe they do have the video. Oh, they linked to the video on this site. This is great. The production value on this is not great.
How many subscribers does he have?
Hard to say because I don't think that was actually it.
No.
Man, that's tough for him, dude. He was just trying to ride. Like, do you ever think about what kind of hobbies you want to pick up when you retire? This guy was just trying to cook online for the masses, and then all of a sudden he's in cuffs going to jail. That's sad.
Wait, I think I missed it. What is he in trouble for?
Just being a mafia fugitive.
Racketeering, sir.
He was racketeering.
Was it racketeering?
Racketeering's a serious one, huh?
It's actually rocketeering. He actually built a jetpack, and he's been flying around fighting crime.
Wait, really? Wow.
Getting arrested for racketeering is kind of sick.
It's really not. It's a very serious charge, actually.
It's dishonest and fraudulent business dealings per Google. I always forget what racketeering is. It sounds like something that would be like. It sounds like something that you would do at like a country club.
Right. I think it's
the
like,
racketeering courts are over there.
I think it's like just general gangster shit.
Yeah, it's a blanket statement for being
Tekashi 6ix9ine, he was arrested for racketeering, and among other things.
I don't want to talk about him.
I'm just telling you.
He gives me the creeps.
Is it because of the big 6ix9ine tattooed on his face?
That's part of it, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, that's something to do with
He
it.
tried to slide into Lil Nas X's DMs a while back, and then Lil Nas X exposed him.
Tekashi?
Mm-hmm. He wants some of those Satan shoes. Do you guys cop those, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
They
I
sold out
didn't.
immediately.
Yeah.
Sick.
I don't want blood on my shoes, unless it's Dylan's.
I just want blood on the bottoms. You know, Louboutins. You don't know. You wouldn't. You know,
It's pronounced Louboutins.
Oh, you want some red bottoms?
Dylan's bloody shoes. Yeah. You know.
Red bottom shoes.
You wouldn't know, David.
I need to know what this dude did.
Are you
It's
get-
probably in the story. It would have helped if I had read it with more precision. But here we are.
I mean,
Whatever he did, it wasn't
they didn't
good.
say in the story what he did.
Trafficking cocaine allegedly from the Netherlands. You know what?
Let him off.
I mean,
Do you think he can do his cooking show from prison?
it was like the Goodfellas.
He was a member of the notorious Drangheta crime syndicate.
Dude, you crushed that.
I think I did too.
Drangheta.
Drangheta. One of the most feared and powerful in Europe.
That's in the Calabria
From the-
region, right?
Calabria, we say, actually.
Yeah, but I'm Americanizing it for our listeners. They don't really understand.
It's at the
Like Versailles,
The toe of
Ohio.
southern
Shouts to all our
Italy's-
Versailles listeners out there.
toe of southern Italy's boot-shaped peninsula. Surprised you didn't know that.
Great seafood.
You wouldn't know,
Okay.
dumbass.
Okay.
Sally and I were going to honeymoon in Italy. We were going to go hit the coast.
Oh, can we not travel? Oh, can we travel there yet? Have they
Nah.
opened it? Really?
You can't.
No, you can't.
When are they gonna open it back up?
I don't know. Do I look like a government official, Dylan?
Maybe.
I was trying to hit the coast and like eat some ceviche and shit, and like now I'm just sitting here like with you dumbasses.
Dude, go to Capri.
I've been trying to, dog.
It's mega dope.
I'm begging to, man.
Don't
Mega
wear a
dope.
fedora, though. like
What's
some
really
people.
convenient though, since we didn't get a honeymoon and we were going to do it after the ongoing global pandemic was done, is that like we have a kid now, so like we're not going to travel forever.
No, it
Take
makes
the
it
kid to-
easier, actually.
Take
Really?
the kid to Capri,
Yeah.
man.
Get a tan on that little guy or girl. We don't know.
Dude,
gonna be a
roads,
girl.
when we take him to the car or take him outside, you got to keep the sun off of him.
Yeah,
Not
you
a
got
fan
to.
of the sun. He might be a vampire.
Does he have any bucket hats?
Yeah, we got him a bucket.
Can
hat.
I get him one?
Oh, he's a member of,
Let me get him a bucket hat.
member of Bucket Mafia.
Yeah, he's in.
Me
We
and
had our
Will's
baby
gang.
shower last week, and one of Sally's friends' moms saw my tweet about wanting a bucket hat for our child, and she got me a bucket hat.
That's sweet.
It was so sweet. I
That
was
is
so
sweet,
happy about it.
But I just don't know about my wife's friends' moms following me on the Twitter. I'd much rather them follow me on like Facebook, something I don't use.
No, I like the Twitter. I'm thinking about getting like so we don't know if we're having a boy or a girl, so I'm thinking about getting 2 bucket hats made, one with the girl name, one with the boy name. But they said that Massimiliano was too long to embroider on the front of it, so we're having to rebrand the kid.
Sometimes you gotta live Moss Emiliano.
What if you heard like an insider?
Lil
Like, what if you
Moss?
were a fly in the wall at like my apartment and you heard me talking to Sally about like how, we're not talking about naming the kid, we're talking about how we're gonna brand this child.
There's people who do that.
It's like, dude, yeah, like what's the baby's aesthetic gonna be when it comes out of the womb?
Lil Moss X
Lil Mas X has, dude, that has potential.
does have potential, doesn't it? Please, if you like it, this one, check out my friend. He's
Hey.
cooking a show.
Hey, right in the corner, like and subscribe. Shouts to our man, Mark. We're a local, so we can call him Mark. Mark?
Mark with the strangely.
And Mark.
Did you see the perp walk photo?
No.
The what?
The perp walk photo?
Does he have a bunch of spaghetti sauce all over the front of him?
No, but he's got some calves on him.
I'm imagining all the people in Dominican Republic being like, dude, who's this Italian guy that moved in and is making the fire like
Yeah.
pasta over here? I love this dude.
Al
I'm gonna
dente
make
over here.
I'm gonna make a generalization here.
We've made a lot,
as
unfortunately,
he's
during
from
this segment.
he's from the southern tip of Italy, which traditionally they have a darker skin tone, as it's the southern part. So maybe he blended in a little bit better.
It's be tight.
Yeah.
Maybe he was Maybe it was a learning show and he wasn't even doing Italian food. Maybe he was trying to do some of the local cuisine.
Maybe he was just trying to do numbers on YouTube. So I give him a break.
It's a fusion.
Oh.
What?
What do you want, Dylan?
Nothing, man.
Can we discuss a new sponsor real quick?
Is it a new sponsor alert?
Yeah, do it.
New sponsor.
Would you mind if I stepped on the minute?
No, you can do it.
Thank you.
New sponsor. We have a new sponsor.
We do have a new sponsor. You ever use investing apps or anything like that? Sometimes they're really difficult and confusing, and it's just it kind of is intimidating for your boy over here because I'm new to the investment game.
Yeah, I'm always looking for a user-friendly trading app.
The stock market is made for public trading, and as a member of the public, I'm of the thinking that it should be more accessible to everybody. And up to this point, I don't know if it has been. And that's why I just joined public.com, the investing social network where you can buy stocks for any amount of money and share ideas with a community of investors. Signing up was actually incredibly easy, Dylan.
Yeah, it's quite easy. And full disclosure, I used to use a different one before learning about Public, and much less user-friendly. And as someone who's new to the trading game, to stocks, I found this one to be much more easy to navigate, user-friendly, and just it's got a good aesthetic as well. I really like it.
Some of these apps out there, they're intimidating because there's a lot of stuff going on that I don't really truly understand.
Exactly.
This cuts that out, and it makes it much easier.
Like, I don't work on Wall Street. This is all new to me. I'm not going to pretend to know how all this works.
I'm learning. The app is free to use, and there's no account minimums to get started. With fractional investing, you can buy slices of stocks at any amount of money versus the full share, so you can get started with as little as $1. As little as $1, Dylan.
Oh.
All you need is a chip and a chair. Public.com is creating new, more inclusive culture for investing. When they say they want to open the stock market to everyone, they mean everyone. The Public.com community is made up of 40% women and 45% people of color. Everybody out here investing. You love to see it.
You got to.
They take a responsible approach. They don't promote risky or gambling-like behavior, offer complex trading tools to beginners, and they don't encourage day trading. 74% of their community considers themselves to be long-term investors. They're in it for the long term. I am too.
Of course.
These hands are. I'm not getting rid.
You saying you have diamond hands?
Maybe. Public prides itself on transparency and won't sell your data to market makers and third parties. So break free of financial institutions that want you to spend more money and profit from your information. Go to public.com/steam to follow me on public.com. You can follow me. I tried to get the username Will because I thought I was going to be an early mover on public.com.
That's a cocky attempt.
I know. And so I'm just Will DeFreeze. You can go follow that.
Have y'all talked about the notifications you get, like when the market's about to open and close?
It's very convenient.
Not yet. But
Well,
awesome.
let me say I love that feature.
It's a great feature. Go to public.com/steam to follow me on Public and follow these guys too and see what we're investing in. Hint, Peloton. You can start by investing today with as little as $1. You'll even get a free slice of stock when you go to join. Just go to public.com/steam to download the public.com app. Valid for U.S. residents 18 and older, subject to account approval. See public.com/disclosures. That's a tough word for me sometimes. It's not investment advice. Can we talk about the real story here?
Yeah.
Dude, Biden's dog is becoming a problem.
Hey, what's this dog's deal?
Dude, some other news came out about it too. So the first story that we saw is that this dog bit someone a couple weeks ago, and they sent him off to Delaware.
Hey, Daily News, chill with the pop-ups,
Dude,
man.
the pop-ups on this site.
Dude, that site you just can't.
I will say this. So Biden's dog was sent to Delaware after biting a staff member a couple weeks ago.
They tried to say that was a planned trip. Dude.
And now Major Biden, the dog, has been involved in a second biting incident at the White House.
Rescue dog, by the way.
Shout
out.
It's a German Shepherd, correct?
He's rambunctious. Yes.
You don't want to be called rambunctious. If you're a dog, if you're out there trying to adopt a dog and it says that it's rambunctious, that's not a good thing.
Let me just say this, and I don't mean to get political, but someone once sent me a meme on Facebook that said there are no such things as bad dogs. There's only bad owners.
Really?
If that meme is true, Biden's a bad owner.
Let me.
Jim, he's a bad owner, Jim.
He's working a lot these days, though.
Multiple bites. If this dog's owner wasn't the president of the United States, it might be looking at a different fate than
Okay, I don't want to. Let's not go down.
I'm just saying.
Dude, what's your problem?
I'm just saying.
If they try to do
Why
that,
society doesn't put up with this is what I'm saying.
that will be the story on every cable news network. If they somehow try to do,
There's no way they let that happen. You can't put the president's dog down.
Dude.
I'll take the dog.
You know what I mean?
A White House reporter tweeted an hour ago, which is pretty much when we started this episode, that one of Biden's dogs pooped on the floor.
I saw that.
All right.
It says Champ and Major were spotted in the hallway outside the palm room doors in front of the diplomatic room. There was dog poop on the floor. It's unclear which dog was responsible
How
for
they
it.
know it was
Dude,
dog
hell
poop? Could've been
yeah.
human poop.
You think humans were pooping on the floor? You think Biden did it?
I'm not ruling anything out at this point.
Do you think Biden's trying to get rid of these dogs so he's pooping on the floor in order to, like, trick people?
You gotta think that's not happening. You gotta think.
I will say, like, great name.
Major?
Major's a great name, especially for a German Shepherd of this ilk.
Yeah. I mean, it was weird. Remember when Trump just didn't have a dog?
What's worse, not having a dog or having a dog that bites?
Not having a dog. No, probably the one that bites. The one that
When
bites
was
can be a problem.
When was
I
the
guess.
last president not to have a dog?
Besides Trump?
Yeah, before Trump.
Did Reagan have a dog? I know both Bushes had dogs.
Obama, of course, had a dog.
Obama had a dog. Bo.
There's only
My
been
dog,
three.
Bo.
There's only been three. You guys ready for these guys? James K. Polk.
Of course.
Oh, the Polk
Fucking
administration,
Polk.
of course.
Dude, classic Polk administration,
Yeah.
dude. Andrew Johnson and Donald Trump.
Okay. Not
Andrew
dog-
Johnson.
If someone asked me to make a list of all the presidents, Polk and Johnson are getting forgotten on my list every single time. And I don't think that's a coincidence.
I don't know if I've ever heard the
No,
name
Andrew
Polk.
Johnson's pretty notoriously bad, I believe.
Andy J?
Is he not?
AJ?
Oh, I'm thinking of Jackson.
No.
Look, you're not going to
Andrew
learn
Johnson was the 17th
What-
president.
Is it Andrew Jackson I was thinking
Dude,
of?
let's start a history podcast.
Here's the deal. Let me tell you this.
Man, I
You're
don't
not
think
going to
that
learn
would
anything.
end well.
You're not going to learn from this podcast.
No.
Okay?
We
Dude,
learn some things, but not
nothing you
not
need.
U.S. history.
I'm out on Andrew Johnson, dude. What's his problem?
What's his deal?
What
though?
year was he?
He was the president from 1865 to 1869. Nice.
Oh, he followed up
Pretty influential time there, actually.
Lincoln.
Yeah, I don't know what he did.
He was the 17th president.
I need to read books.
Reconstruction, I believe, was a big thing on him. I'm getting this all from the internet, as you can tell.
Biden did say that there are going to be regular trips for these dogs to Delaware. I think they're going to end up putting this dog down and getting a dog double, and then the internet's going to run crazy with it, and there's going to be a bunch of like comparisons.
That'll be a fun theory.
Like this is how this ends, isn't it?
You want to know Andrew Jackson's nicknames?
Yeah.
Ajax?
King Mob,
No way.
Old Hickory. I knew that one. The Hero of New Orleans.
That's what they're going to be.
The first two
They're
were
going to be
better.
calling Micah that after his bachelor party in August.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a sandwich hero or is that like a?
Yeah.
Oh,
The guy just looked sandwichy. Had major sandwich vibes.
So stupid, dude.
Wait,
What,
is a Euro a sandwich?
Sure.
that's a good question.
Dude, tweet that.
No, you should, dude.
No.
That's such a good
it would
tweet.
be
I'll,
my
I'll let
honor.
you have it.
It'd be my honor to allow you.
Yeah.
Good sir.
People are just gonna make it into a hot dog as a sandwich thing, and I'm just not gonna do that.
Is it?
How do you actually pronounce
No.
that word though?
Euro.
It's a Euro.
Giada says Yeto.
Who does?
Giada.
Well, then it's correct because anything Gianna says is
Who's that?
Who's Giada?
this fucking guy.
Are you serious, dude?
Who's
Put some
Giada?
respect on Giada De Laurentiis' name, dog.
I've never heard that name in my
She's a
life.
super chef, man.
She's more than that.
She's a little ball of fun.
She says what?
Okay.
Euro? Euro?
She goes heavy on the Italian accent when it comes to these things.
I
the
think
native
she is
accent.
Italian.
She is, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, she goes hard on those over pronunciations. I know it's a Greek word. She
You
might have
know,
some Greek in her.
We've got a friend from college. When I lived with him at the compound, you remember the compound, Dylan?
Uh-huh.
Didn't you guys call it something else?
Nope. We called it compound. I would get home from class, when I even went, right?
Yeah.
And he would be watching, just sitting
I
there on the
love
couch
wasting
watching
money.
Giada. She's hot. Was hot. Probably is. Ages well.
A lot of teenagers used to watch Giada back in the day.
I think I know who she is now.
Oh yeah.
After you described her as being attractive.
She's done pretty well for
Fuck yeah.
herself.
Good for her.
She'll probably get canceled next year for some bullshit reason.
Okay.
She did like an appearance on Mark's cooking show in the Dominican.
That'd be great.
She's like, I didn't know.
He's just trying to link.
Yeah.
I get it. Are these dogs a problem? They're pooping on floors and biting staff members. Biden did say that 85% of his staff likes the dogs. I would love to talk to the 15% who does not like it.
Those 15%
That's a
gotta
problem.
go.
15% is a heavy.
If 50% of people don't like my dog is a problem, and I'm aware of it.
5% is too many.
Yeah.
1% is too much.
What if you found out
The
when your boys
1%.
just hated your dog? Like, what if you found out that I just didn't like Stella at all?
I don't know how I would take that.
Texted me some stuff.
Dude, shut up, Dave. Shut up, dude.
There's going to be a photo, and it's going to be a scandal of them with this dog, and it's going to have a muzzle on.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's going to be in like a crate, and it's going to be like inhumane. And that photo is going to get out, and people are going to go crazy, and it's going to be all over Fox.
Well, do you know how he got the way that they took the dog to Delaware was that they strapped a crate to the top of Air Force One and flew there with it.
And it survived?
It survived, yeah.
Was it pretty windy in the crate?
Yeah,
Pretty
it was
impressive.
It was stupid windy. Really cold up there too.
You know you're not supposed to roll down your windows if you're driving fast with your dog in it because like their eyes or something, it can like glaucoma or some shit.
Rosie loves sticking her head out the window. I don't do it unless I'm on a 35 mile per hour
Yeah.
or less road.
Well, Stella is terrified of riding in the car, so
Yeah.
she is in the back in a crate, just being anxious the entire time. So
It's because you drive like a madman.
No.
You're always texting.
Yeah. Stella hit me up. She was like, dude, my dad's always texting and driving.
stop. We got to kill that narrative right now.
Well,
That is a
she said, it's all up to you, my man.
It used to be. I got better.
We did that whole like thing
Parks
the other
calls me
day
out
where
for it.
Dave, Brett, and I all left happy hour at the exact same time, and we were sitting in traffic, just all next to each other.
the three
The
kings.
boys were mobbing.
That's pretty cute.
It was pretty dope.
That's pretty cute.
It was like when we left the accountant's office when we first started the company and we were on 360 and we looked over at you.
Dude, it felt like an F1 race.
You were just you had two hands on the wheel
The thumbs were just doing work.
and on the phone.
Yeah.
How do you apex like on your turns when you're like texting and stuff? It's gotta be hard.
All right, Apex?
Yeah, dude.
What do you mean?
Dude, come on, watch F1 one time, dog.
Guys, look away.
Wow, are you about to die?
Is this a free sponsor
I
alert?
just killed it.
Dude, your thirst is done for.
Bye, Thirst.
See ya, thirst. Shouts to Liquid Death.
But yeah, these you know what? I hope he figures this out. I feel like they would have access to good dog trainers. Maybe bring in like the Secret Service canine unit trainer.
Caesar Milan?
Sally's pretty good.
Yeah.
Sally's pretty good with the
The clicker.
yeah. She did some great work with Rosie. Rosie's a whole new dog now. Broke her spirit.
That would be a
Oh,
big
okay.
step up for the DeFreeze family if Sally got the call to go to D.C. We're calling it Sally.
Yep, we need Sally.
What would be her Secret Service name?
Hard to say. I'm trying to think of something.
I don't have anything.
The first thing that came into my head, like she's not gonna like what I would say.
I realized I was
something
going to
with
say
red in it.
I was
something.
gonna say Big Red.
She will not like that.
After the
Lil,
gum.
Lil Red.
Lil Red. We'll do Lil Red.
You think gum before you think soda when you hear Big Red? Interesting.
There's a soda called Big Red?
Will?
Will.
You've never had Big Red?
Are you
It's not
serious?
good.
Are you serious, Clark?
I'm looking it up right now.
It has a cult following.
Nah, your boy's never seen this before.
What?
Sorry. It's been around since 1937.
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay.
Oh, it started in Waco.
You're going to hear about this.
Did it
why-
really?
Yeah. That's why I don't know about it.
Dr. Pepper's in Waco,
Shouts to
right?
Grover C. Thompson, who started the company, though.
Oh, Groves? Yeah.
Yeah, I know Grover.
Grove Dog, dude.
Yeah, he was a cool dude, man.
Red cream soda. Gross.
If you don't chew Big Red, you hear about this movie?
I hate you.
Oh.
I don't actually.
Did you see one of the kids from that movie passed? He wasn't a kid anymore. He was like 28.
Really?
The one who is calling out the grandpa at the
Right.
dinner scene.
Was it Walker or Texas Ranger?
I don't remember. The older one, I believe.
I think that was Texas Ranger. Or
Yeah,
Walker.
he passed away tragically.
That's too bad.
What a great scene. I know that movie is like over quoted as
It's a
is
funny movie.
most Will Ferrell movies, but that's an objectively good movie.
If it's overquoted, it's because it's a funny movie.
What movie?
Talladega Nights. The Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
I'll say it.
Oh, come on.
I'll say it.
What's
you know,
your
I'm
problem,
gonna be
dude?
brave right now, and I'm gonna say it. The dinner table scenes in that movie, God tier.
God tier.
God tier dinner table scenes.
Okay.
If you see Will Ferrell sitting around a dinner table in a movie, you know you're about to be laughing.
Dude, that kid was all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
That scene, I know it's like overquoted, but that scene, when the first time I saw it, I was like, that might be one of the funniest scenes
Oh,
I've ever seen
it's an
in
incredible-
television or in movie history.
It is an incredible scene.
Did they win an Oscar for Talladega Nights?
You got to think they didn't.
You know what? Now that I'm a racing guy, ground floor F1, I know Talladega Nights is NASCAR. I'm still gonna go watch it and kind of like ride the same wave as the F1 thing.
Sure.
Do you guys want to?
There's an F1 twist in it. Borat's a F1 driver turned NASCAR, so
That's
it works.
Very nice.
He's like my wife.
My wife.
Very nice.
Do you guys want to do my bachelor party in Monaco?
Sure.
We could probably get Chet to rent a yacht.
Hey, that sounds cheap. Let's do it.
An actual yacht, not like the
A
kind
yacht.
that Nate Diaz is on.
Yeah, it's a fake yacht. Like people need to fix that.
Is it time for This Weekend at Fun?
Wow, already?
Dude, here's the theme song. You guys ready for this?
Ladies and gentlemen, The Weekend.
That's so good.
This Weekend is presented by Vizzy. Oh, man, I can't. It's a bad weekend to be a Vizzy right now.
Imagine being a visit.
I don't want to because I would get busted open and drank.
Bust it open.
I can't wait for this weekend because I'm gonna initiate my Get Busy with Vizzy weekend initiative.
You gonna shake that booty? Don't stop till the beat drop. Just keep shaking it. Don't shake your cans of Vizzy before you open it. It might spray all over the place unless you're celebrating something like a national championship.
I have some new flavors to try. I'm going to try all the lemonade flavors. man.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, the lemonade flavors, I'm excited to try those. I haven't tried those either. I just want to try their other new flavors. Like, they got the watermelon, strawberry, blackberry, lemon.
Watermelon sugar. Hi.
They don't have any
He's doing
watermelon sugar.
he's doing this on too
It's
much
actually
dip
funny
now.
you say that. They don't have any sugar in them. It's actually pretty
Right.
interesting.
Guess we'll have to redo that one, Dylan.
Yeah, wow, you idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm going to have Brett email the people over at Vizzy right now and let them know that one of the hosts of, like, the biggest
Ooh.
podcasts.
It's you. We're talking about you.
Dude, raspberry tangerine. I tried this one. You guys hear about this one?
Raztan?
God tier.
Really?
It's a god tier hard seltzer.
You've been hanging your hat on passion fruit a lot. How's that papaya passion fruit been hitting?
It's very, 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 very good.
I'm very encouraged by the fact that behind the scenes, the ad company we work with, I'm not going to at them, they are working diligently to try to get me my Vizzy package that didn't arrive last week when y'all's got
Yeah,
here.
they heard our little
Oh,
spot.
I actually did. I got 2. Was one of those yours?
Dude, bring it over.
I drank them all. So
I can't wait to crack a Vizzy this weekend.
Then crack a.
What are you
then
gonna
crack a
do?
Fucking busy.
This weekend? Oh.
you go first. Let's mix it up.
Well,
I wanna
hold
hear
on,
Will
hold
the
on.
Freak.
Not finished
Hold
yet,
on.
Dave.
There's a
Oh,
lot
my
of
bad,
people
my
out
bad.
there who are still drinking these other seltzers, and I don't know what they're doing because the other seltzers don't have vitamin C or superfruit acerola. And so I need you guys to throw those away or please actually recycle them. And then go to the store and get some Vizzy because with Vizzy, you can enjoy refreshment now with antioxidant vitamin C. And at 5% ABV, 100 calories, and less than 1 gram of real cane sugar per can. Every sip of Vizzy is more exhilarating. The Vizzy lemonade even has 0 grams of sugar in it per 12-ounce serving. 0 grams. Get that off the ingredient list. See ya.
You can have like 8 and have less grams of sugar than like a glass of milk.
Did they just murder that last gram of sugar?
Hey, sugar.
They took it out back.
Just put it down.
Watermelon sugar. Bye. Upgrade your hard seltzer to Vizzy. To find out where you can purchase Vizzy, go to VizzyHardSeltzer.com/wash. That's VizzyHardSeltzer.com/wash. Must be 21 or older. Dylan, what are you getting into this weekend?
Well, apparently Dave wants you to start this week. So
No. You go.
okay.
Be the first.
I have I have some very exciting personal news to share. I am now an uncle.
Wow, you're like Luke P, dude.
I know. Well, I alluded to this a while back. It said some big news was coming. This was what I was referring to. My sister, and not to make it like all sad, but they've gone through a lot to get to this point. They've years of trying, and finally it happened, and got a new little niece in the mix. Her name is Quinn.
What?
All-star name.
She was born late last night. I stayed up late, like waiting for the news, and it finally dropped around like 11:15 last night, I think.
Yeah, Rhodes was asking about her. I was like, dude, chill out.
Yeah.
Chill, dog.
So Quinn is here.
Come get your boy, dog.
I'm extremely happy about it. It's very, very, very exciting. And I hope to meet Quinn. So they get back from they go home tomorrow, and then let them settle in. Hopefully they'll be wanting
From the
visitors.
hospy.
Yes. Hopefully they'll be wanting visitors sometime this weekend, and I will have Parks on Friday. I'm hoping Friday's the day that I can go meet the new little babe in the family.
Dude.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Show up with a hard seltzer with acerola. Call that a visitor.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I probably won't
Will?
bring a Vizzy, but that was pretty good. Yeah.
As someone who's trying to been like workshopping names for kids, like Quinn's a good one.
Quinn's a
That
good
didn't
name.
even make our list, and I'm like, oh man, that's a good one.
Quinn Ross Simmons is her name.
Ooh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
That hits.
Ross is a family
Named
name.
after a noted New York Times best-selling author, Ross Bolin.
No, it's a.
Was it after my dad?
Believe it or not,
Ross?
it's on their. It's a family name on their side.
Okay.
Just say your niece is named after my dad.
I can't.
Okay.
In good faith, I can't
let,
do that.
Let me be the first to congratulate you on becoming an uncle.
Well, I'll pass that along to.
No, I'm correct.
Me.
You first.
Oh, thank you.
Also,
Dave.
congratulations to them and Quinn. Welcome to the world.
Yes, big time, big moment for the family. This has been a long time coming. It's it feels good, feels real good, and that's all I really had this weekend. Nothing else.
You could be on The Bachelor now that you're an uncle. They really like having uncles on the show.
You're
Yeah.
the Luke P of this podcast
You
now.
are.
Should I lead with the fact that I'm a father or that I'm an uncle?
They like the uncle card.
Okay.
They
I'll
like
try
the
that.
uncle.
I'll try that. That's all I have, really. Life is good, man. Life is good.
Got red bottoms on.
Yeah, red bottoms.
You're literally wearing Louboutins right now.
I know. I was trying to. Yeah, I wanted to stunt a little bit today.
I'm just going to be hanging out, throwing that ass in a circle
Really?
all weekend long.
Sheesh.
Where are you throwing that ass in a circle?
Oh, yeah, I'm going back up. It's Easter weekend.
Oh, you're going back? You're going back to the Big D?
Oh yeah, I forgot my Easter plans.
Oh, yeah, I won't be here tomorrow. Sorry. No, I'm
Were you
kidding.
calling it Feaster?
Okay.
Because you're just going to go off at brunch.
Yes. Yes. Good job. Good job.
Easter.
Yeah, we're doing a little family thing for Easter.
Little feaster, little keister.
A little Easter egg hunt for the young one.
Sheesh.
Sheesh.
So
So you're throwing your ass in a circle this weekend. Those are your
You're
plans.
going to go up to your parents' house and throw your ass in a circle.
Forgot about that aspect.
Yeah, I don't know how are your parents going to react when you're just in the living room, just throwing your ass in a circle while the Final Four's playing in the background.
Be watching that. We got some local ties.
Who-
Got two Texas teams. We got Baylor. Of course, everyone knows I've married into a Baylor family, and I'm a T-shirt Baylor fan, although very, very subtle about it. U of H, it's a cool story, too.
Houston.
Oh, that's what the H stands for?
If you guys like what I just said, that kind of analysis, check out Too Much Dip podcast.
Who are you guys pulling for? You're pulling for Baylor. Who are you pulling for?
U of H.
Shout out to all my Bruins out there.
I don't really have much love for Baylor.
Well,
U of H either. Really.
Nobody
I'm
likes
a
you.
UCLA boy. They knocked my Wolverines out, so I gotta ride that bandwagon.
Okay.
That's big of you.
I don't really care who wins. I'll put it that way.
I just hope everybody has fun. And
Yes.
If
good
you ever
games.
saw 8th grade me after being on the golf course, you'd see me wearing a UCLA hat for some reason. That's just what I wore on the golf course every day in middle school.
It's a swag hat.
I loved it.
UCLA's got
colors.
like prestigious vibe.
Good colors.
Like good-looking people go to that school.
We went to the campus when we were on spring break, and I was like, Dad, I just want to get a hat. Let me get a hat. Yeah. And a lady asked me one time, she was like, do you go there? I was like, I'm in 8th grade, lady. Figure it out.
You're like, no, I just got a Scully offered. I might choose it. I don't know. I'm waiting on to see what else happens.
Might go to Dartmouth instead.
Yeah, do STEM. I got a STEM Scully.
Didn't you say you were trying to put some darts to mouths this weekend?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a
I'm
guy
gonna
on the
smoke a
way
lot
in
of
just
cigarettes.
ripping a heater with the window
Don't
up.
smoke your cigarettes around your
I'm going to
knees.
smoke a lot of cigarettes this weekend.
Dude, I got a big weekend. Are you guys ready for what I'm
Write
doing
that
this
down.
weekend? It's about to be loco.
Let's go.
Dude, not to brag, but this weekend I'm setting up a nursery. Not one outside that has plants and stuff. I'm talking about the one that has like a crib in it and stuff.
That's very cool.
I might crib walk.
Do an episode of Cribs.
Yeah, our current nursery looks like it's a storage facility for people that are shopping for a nursery, and so I think I need to remedy that this weekend because it's getting into that time.
Yeah, you will accumulate a lot of boxes over the next 2 months. If you haven't already.
It's insane how many. I tear down one Amazon box and another one arrives 5 seconds later.
Dude, getting more box than Dylan.
Dude, seriously, so many boxes are just at my apartment at all times. It's crazy. Have you been ordering a lot lately? A lot of presents for your niece?
Dude, the guy just can't stay off Amazon.
I'm sorry, what?
Bezos.
Get back to your
Jeff Bezos.
stupid weekend nobody cares about.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Oh.
I think I might link and build with Mike on Friday. Mike has been
That
doing.
sounds fun.
He's been doing 4-day work weeks, and he has a possession of mine that I need back. And so I think we're just going to link up. I'm going to make him go to Hula Hut or something and drink a beer with me, and maybe have a quesadilla.
Hey, I want to link on Saturday.
I don't know. It's for the boys though, and
Right.
you have a niece now. Like, you kind of understand why I might not text you.
Hey,
You
I'm-
can't bring your niece.
Yeah, I know that. I know.
You can't bring your 5-day-old niece to Hula Hut.
Yeah, don't bring a 5-day-old to Hula Hut.
She won't be with me.
She won't be impressed by the food. You can't have her first meal, like real food meal, be Hula Hut.
Dude, I don't know. Their quesadillas hit. Homemade tortillas?
The pipeline.
Dude, the pipeline taco. Are you kidding me? Let's fucking go. Pipeline enchilada. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's a tubular taco.
Tubular taco. Pipeline enchiladas.
Is that made with tube steak?
Yeah.
You got to think it is.
It's slow cooked.
They boil it. They do it in a sous vide. All right. There was something else.
I don't have anything else going on this weekend, and it's because I've been lectured numerous times by numerous people that I need to get this nursery up. So, looks like I'm in.
Was one of them Sally?
Yeah, you got to think that. You got to think her name's the top of the list of people grilling me about setting up this nursery. So,
I've got a tea time with Flounder.
really,
Sally's on
Saturday
my,
morning.
really, I'm jealous.
Sally's on my shit list right now.
Don't be careful, Dylan.
I'm not scared of her. Actually, I kind of
Yeah, I'm scared shitless of her.
But she's
Not
on
me.
my
She's
shit
not
list.
on mine. I stand a pregnant queen.
Thank you.
I typically do, but right now she's on
You're,
my shit
you're gonna
list
remove. You're reserving the right to restand, but you're unstanding right now.
for the moment.
A momentary unstand.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it? Do we have anything else?
How long
going
did this
on?
go? This felt long.
This is like our first collectively hungover episode. I know Dave didn't drink last
feel
night, but you did
hungover.
eat Chili's.
I'm just dragging ass, man. I have no energy.
Dude, we're about to hit
Sucks.
116 on this. No one's doing that on a Wednesday. It's
Sheesh.
hump day.
Sheesh. You dig?
Shall we get out of here? It's been real. It's been fun. It's been special.
Bye.